Coach, welcome. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So for all MIA members, this is Coach Giovanni Savarese for Timbers. If you have any questions, please raise your virtual hand and we'll give you the floor. We'll start with Alonso Contreras.
¿Cómo está, profesor? ¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes.
Bien, gracias. Con todo esto que se acaba de hoy día la MLS, el comisionado decir que en abril 17 va a empezar la liga, en abril 5 tiene su primer partido con CONCACAF, afecta en mucho o pone en desventaja al equipo Portland Timbers, que representa también una parte campeona de la MLS Back en ese torneo internacional de la CONCACAF. Gracias.
Sí, bueno, por supuesto de que sabemos el hecho de que los equipos en Centroamérica, en México, ya han iniciado sus campeonatos, vienen trabajando ya, entrenando. Entonces sabemos que hay una desventaja en el hecho de que no hemos iniciado todavía y ahora para nosotros lo más importante es tratar de hacer lo mejor posible para llegar de la mejor manera a nuestro partido y tratar de hacer un gran trabajo. Lo bueno es que aprendimos mucho el año pasado con la pandemia y quedé muy orgulloso del trabajo de los jugadores que lograron trabajar muy fuerte para llegar bien al torneo, al MLS Back Tournament. Y creo mucho en mis jugadores, por lo cual estoy seguro de que vamos a hacer todo lo posible para llegar de la mejor manera a nuestro partido y tenemos una gran ilusión de iniciar ya este torneo.
Michael McCall, you have the word.
Hi there, Gio. Looking at the fixtures, obviously the MLS season has been pushed back now by a couple of weeks. A quick look at Marathon's fixtures, it looks like they're going to have maybe 8 games between now and the time that you play them. How difficult is it going to be for your guys to get up to speed, get to the level that you need to be? And does that mean you're maybe going to have to line up a few more sort of pre-season friendlies than you'd originally planned?
Yes, as I explained before, it's not an ideal situation because we wish that we would have started already preparing for the competition. And we know that the teams in Central America, Mexico, have been able to initiate already their games, as you mentioned before. So we understand that they are ahead of us in the preparation. But if we learn something in 2020 is that we need to be strong and we have to be able to take the adversity with a very positive mindset. And one thing that I know about my locker room and the players is that they are very strong in their belief that we need to work very hard to make sure that we arrive to this match the best possible way. So I believe in our players, even though definitely there's a disadvantage in regards of the preparation that some of the teams already have, you know, in confront to MLS teams.
Manuel Turcios, adelante.
Buenas noches, Mr. Giovanni. Un placer saludarle. ¿Conoce algo del fútbol hondureño específico de maratón ahora que tuvo la oportunidad de saber y tener la probabilidad de enfrentar a estos 8 rivales y ya que se ha designado Maratón como su rival? ¿Conoce algo del fútbol hondureño? ¿Conoce algo de su rival de turno?
Sí, bueno, primero que todo, soy una persona que me gusta ver mucho el fútbol y sigo todas las ligas, todos los campeonatos. Y aparte hemos visto también el crecimiento de los equipos hondureños, en especial Olimpia el campeonato pasado en la Concacaf Champions. Llegaron a la semifinal, o sea que lograron algo muy importante. Esto quiere decir también el crecimiento del fútbol hondureño es evidente. Y en lo personal sí, he seguido mucho, aparte de que tengo muchas amistades en Honduras que conocen muy bien el ambiente. Y bueno, y uno que ha logrado también viajar mucho con la selección, en mi particularidad con la selección de Venezuela, conocemos que estos lugares, estos sitios como el que tenemos que viajar nosotros ahora a Honduras, son sitios difíciles y tenemos que prepararnos muy bien, no solo en la preparación dentro del campo, sino en la mentalidad de cómo tenemos que llegar a estos partidos, porque son partidos difíciles. Pero sí, en lo personal, tengo conocimiento del fútbol hondureño.
Vamos con Kevin Coelho. Adelante. Vamos con Jesús Acosta. Adelante.
Good evening, Coach. Here, Jesus Acosta for Florida International University. I have a question for you, Coach. As MLS is back champions, but yet coming short during the Western Conference 2020 playoffs of the MLS, do you believe is it Portland Timbers' obligation to go all in for the 3 trophies, the Concacaf Champions League, the MLS Cup, and US Open Cup for this season?
I think you can count on that the Portland Timbers is always a team that is going to compete in every tournament, or competition that we will participate. We have done it always in the past few years, and we're going to continue to do that. It's not a responsibility of what happened last year, because I still believe that our team did very well in winning the MLS back tournament and being a very strong team during the season. But it's just something that we believe that we need to be very competitive, not only in the United States, but now that we have the chance to be able to compete internationally, it's something that we were looking for and we take it very seriously. So the group is mentally ready. Everyone here, the staff, the club, the fans, and especially the players are very excited to participate in this tournament. And we respect whoever we had to play against. And in this case, we need to prepare against Marathon, which we know is going to be a difficult match. And we want to be, as always, very competitive in every area, every competition that we have to participate.
Kevin Coelho.
Sí. Buenas noches, Giovanni. La pregunta es, las visitas siempre a Honduras dice usted que son complicadas, pero tomando en cuenta de que los equipos de la MLS tienen plantillas súper grandes, compiten ahora con los mexicanos, ¿cree que no debe ser dificultades para ustedes al pasar a esta ronda y poder dar el salto ese que necesitan, ya que solo los mexicanos han ganado estas últimas competiciones?
Bueno, primero que todo, sí tenemos la ilusión, creo que como todos los equipos del MLS que han competido en la Concacaf Champions, de poder llegar a ganar esta competencia y representar a Estados Unidos al máximo nivel y tener el chance de poder viajar al Mundial de Clubes de la FIFA, que a la final creo que es el sueño de todos los que participan en este tipo de torneo. Y nosotros como organización tenemos esa ilusión de competir y poder representar la CONCACAF por primera vez por un equipo estadounidense. Por otro lado, nosotros, a pesar de que ha habido un crecimiento muy notorio y grande en la Major League Soccer, en donde hemos demostrado que podemos competir, sobre todo con los equipos de México, que siempre han sido equipos muy fuertes, eso no quita el hecho que tenemos que también respetar mucho a todos los equipos de Centroamérica porque se lo merecen, lo han demostrado. Equipos han seguido creciendo. Hemos visto, como dije anteriormente, lo que logró Olimpia en el año 2020 en el torneo de la Concacaf Champions. Y nosotros respetamos todos los equipos y vamos a tomar muy en serio cada partido que vamos a tener enfrente de nosotros, porque sabemos que esa es la única manera para poder salir adelante.
Jonathan Tannenwald, you have the floor.
Thank you. Hi, Gio. What's your sense of the state of things with whether there are going to be fans in the stands by then for you guys and also down in Honduras?
That is very exciting, and we hope that that's going to be the case. We definitely are looking forward to that possibility. And if we're able to have fans in the stadium, I believe that for us, it will be an extra motivation. We have played last year with no fans, only 2 matches at the beginning. And as you know, and everybody knows, our fans in Portland, they're very passionate and they definitely bring the energy that we need in the team, and especially in this competition that can be very important for us. But also we need to be prepared traveling to Honduras, because we understand how the fans also can influence the passion also that they bring in these different countries, especially in Honduras. So we very much understand the challenges that we're going to have, but we are very much excited to have fans, God willing, here at home, in the opportunity to come back and play here against Marathon.
We have time to 2 more questions. We'll go Adam Luna first.
So Gio, how are you doing? 2 questions, just really quick. Would you have a full fit squad ready for this tournament? And the second questions are what are your expectations? Where do you see the team going, you know, on this tournament?
So in regards to the roster, we have been working very hard to make sure that we try to make a roster that is prepared and ready early enough to make sure that everyone in all of our players can be here in Portland preparing for this match that we have already in April. So I do believe that we will have most of the roster ready. One thing that we have built since last year is a team that has depth. So we know that we will have a lot of players that will be competing, you know, in each position to try to play. And we know and we're very hopeful that also Sebastian Blanco will be able to participate from the beginning, but it's something that we still have to analyze in how he's progressing. He's doing very well, but we have to make sure that we give the right timing for him to be able to recover. Nevertheless, I'm very content to know that we're pretty much ready or complete in our market in building our roster. So we're definitely going to have a very competitive team to be able to go there. And in the expectations, as I said, we do have the desire and the hope that we can make it all the way and be the first United States team or Major League Soccer team that can advance and represent CONCACAF. And I think that's also in the mind of every MLS team that is going to compete. But we also very much understand that the only way to be able to get there is by taking one game at a time. So we cannot be thinking or dreaming about the future without, you know, the first step. And these steps are going to be, you know, difficult, and we have to take it, you know, with the right mindset and being very responsible.
We'll finalize with Jose Miguel Guerrero. Jose Miguel, you should unmute yourself to ask the question. Okay, so we'll close with Michael McCall then.
Hi, Gio. You might have already answered this question in Spanish, but unfortunately my Spanish is non-existent, so I'm not sure if you have or not. But the competition in North America, it's maybe not had the respect it's deserved over the years from fans, media, some teams maybe even as well. Seeing Tigres though in a Club World Cup final, can you maybe speak a little bit about what this competition means to you and means to the club just in general?
Yeah, I think that the respect for what we are doing in the United States is growing. I think what CONCACAF is showing, especially with now Tigres, as you mentioned, being able to reach the final, and now we'll see what's going to happen against Bayern Munich, is also showing that there's progress, that this region, this conference is competing and is showing that everything that participates has the hope that they can make it all the way to represent also this conference in the best scenario as Tigres is doing right now. So for us we have the responsibility to try to do as best as we can to show that soccer in the United States is growing and continues to grow, to make sure that we continue to push everyone to have this credibility of what we're doing here in the United States, but also with the hope that we can represent CONCACAF and now show the same thing in the international level and make history in being the first team to win the CONCACAF Champions. It's not going to be easy, but this is what we strive for and we work very hard for. But I do know that the respect and the belief in what is happening in the United States and in CONCACAF is real around the world. And that's why we see more players coming in this region. And we see teams from this region being able to compete as well as they have been doing in the past few years, especially, as I said before, with Tigres right now in the club FIFA World Cup.
Now, with this, we finalize. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Muchas gracias a todos.